Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. Welcome again. Welcome, my friend. Hey, I just seen your and I haven't had a chance to read it all, actually, and I'll respond after this. Sounded pretty profound, though. I actually have had similar realizations. It's when I started going through that for myself, yeah. It was just too much to swallow, too hard to believe. I was just like, hey, how's the light? How's everybody doing tonight? I know how Steph's doing. But yeah, I was just like, I was still way more in the 3D world to be able to wrap my head around the information I was getting, the messages that I was getting. I was like, yeah, okay. And then I mentioned them to someone. I don't even remember if it was like my daughter or maybe even my ex, but then saying them out loud, it sounded super crazy. And yeah, deep down we know. We've always known. We've always known. Yeah. And you've always had this nagging feeling of why things happen the way they were, or even things before they were going to happen. It's because of the way things played out in the past. There was this deep imprint of how it made us feel and kind of ruled things that we would do because of, like, because that happened, we, maybe didn't take chances on certain things or something like that. Right? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep, I get it. And that's awesome. That's awesome. Has anybody else been experiencing like the extreme cold? It's fairly warm here in Oklahoma. I mean, today it's kind of overcast and I think it's in the 60s or 70s, but it's been in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, which to me usually is warm, but I've been freezing. See, I'm, in my opinion, eventually they will, because eventually we all wake up, eventually we all remember. Actually, remembering, the word remember, or I remember now, come up in one of my channeled messages the other day, and even put me in the mind of old, I don't know if you're familiar with Queensryche, the band, like from the 80s and 90s, but on their album Operation Mindcrime. And this just came to me the other day. It was funny. Let's see, I can't remember the name of it, but one of it in the beginning, it says, I remember now. It's like he wakes up, and then the other part of that was part of that message was the song I Don't Believe in Love off that same album, which was interesting. So, yeah, that was one of the messages that I got the other day, but I don't know if I put that out yet or not. I got so many messages over the last few days and I've just been writing, that I don't know what I've said to you guys and what I've actually put on video and what I've just written down. So it is insane. It's funny today. Had some crazy synchronicities today. I don't know if it's in the way that most people would think of synchronicities, but I can't remember exactly when it was. I'm terrible with time. But hey, Kelly, welcome. I was talking to Jody. I think it was a live I did on Patreon. I was talking to her, and I was telling her that I had, like in my dream, it had come to me just the word Andromeda. And I didn't know why, and I didn't really know much about it. And, so I did some looking up and some research and got a little bit of information that I was like, oh, well, that's cool. But it didn't really resonate. Like, I was just like, I still don't get why I got that message, why it was so, because it was just like bright, flashy light, Andromeda. And it didn't make sense. Today, it finally made sense, or started to make more sense. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Astrolata that does astrology. I think they will. I don't think there's a choice really. That's something I'm kind of getting to with with what happened for me today. Yeah. Well, this Andromeda thing, it was cool because I guess, as Astrolotta said, for the last either 2 months or for the last 30 days and then the coming 30 days, something about 2 months and the changes. But all of the changes that are happening, like in the cosmos with the planets and things, it's going through the sign of Andromeda. And like first it was through the sign or around her head area. So releasing like mental blockages and things like that. And I guess over this next month, it's going through where her feet are at. And so then that's releasing like chains that are holding us stagnant and holding us in place. And so, and I've been having, like you said, epiphany after epiphany. So that makes so much sense with the release in the head. And and I have felt stuck and stagnant in a lot of ways. So I'm looking forward to the ways in which things will be moving forward soon over the next month, I think. Yeah, it really is interesting. I really want to learn more about astrology. There's just so much. Yeah, it's awesome. Like people's gifts. Actually, I think it's all inherent. It's all things that we've all always had. But again, we're waking up, we're remembering. And so those things, and if you guys, I don't know if you guys watched the video I did last night talking about the Schumann resonance. Like when it spikes, I was told that it was clearing our chakras, or not totally clearing them, but like clearing them a little bit at a time. Energy comes through and it releases this blockage, and all the way up our chakras. And we've got a lot in a lot of different places. And so, and that's why people are having the symptoms come up that they are having come up, like the external symptoms. And it can be physical, it can be mental, it can be emotional, because our chakras are associated with all of those different aspects of ourselves, our physical, our emotional, our mental, our spiritual. So as these waves are coming in, or these spikes are coming in from the earth, it's clearing out. Oh, you guys are probably going to hear my daughter just started some laundry, so you guys might hear the washing machine. There's plasma waves coming from the sun. That's the rainbow stuff that I talked about in my video. I think it was last night. But the Schumann resonance is coming from the earth. The spikes are coming from the earth. It's clearing the chakras, I feel like. And then the stuff that's coming in from the sun is these rainbow waves. And I keep doing it like this because this is the message that I got over the last couple of days. And I was even trying to draw it, but I'm not really good at trying to draw what I've seen in my head. But the rainbow waves are coming in. And because our chakras also, if you look at chakra colors and you look at the rainbow colors, they're the same, in the same order, always. Roy G. Biv was something I learned in grade school, to say the order of the colors. And so the rainbow waves are coming in. Oh, that's going to be annoying. The rainbow waves are coming in and going to clear out, or not clear out, because that's what the Schumann's doing. The rainbow waves are coming in to increase. It's like a download. It's like an upgrade for our energy and for our chakras, and taking them to a higher frequency, because each chakra resonates at a certain frequency also. Hey, Samantha. Yeah, so that is not what I intended this live for tonight, but I guess that was needing to come out more in depth, I guess, because I was just going to do the elements, but I guess I needed to talk about chakras and the energy. But yeah, so that's what the plasma waves, I feel like they're upgrading the chakras, and the Schumann resonance, it's clearing the chakras. It all has to do with chakras, because chakras are our energy centers, and we are energy. Everything's energy. So, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. That's the more I learn about it, the more I don't understand why it's not widely known and accepted, because it's such a simple idea and concept. But and totally makes sense, but still so not utilized or realized, I guess. So it's all just crazy. Your GM's parents are freaking out because of the energies, or I mean, because lots of people are going to be freaking out. Lots of people are freaking out, and lots of more people are going to be freaking out. But just true, you guys are going through this too. Steph, I know you are. So I know you probably went through lots and lots of periods of freaking out. To stop the karmic wedding. We're not, well, I mean, I always tell everybody, do what you feel is best for yourself. Do whatever you feel is your highest good, for your highest good or for your highest purpose. But I don't feel like we're supposed to really get involved in other people's business, to be honest. Yeah, Kelly, I get that. And yes, you are fine either way. I mean, we really, really got to focus on ourselves. You know, another message I got the other day was, and I was going to post it on Facebook and I forgot, that I had great news for everybody. The only person you have to worry about and have any control over is yourself. So that lets you off the hook. You know, you don't have to worry about anybody else. So it's great news. We're all off the hook. Yeah. We're happier that way. I mean, if we just take things as they come, whatever comes, whatever leaves, and just be cool with that, you know, we're happier. And doesn't everybody just want to be happy? I mean, honestly, you know, we think we want that person because we think they're going to make us happy. We think we want that thing because we think it's going to make us happy. But honestly, if we just enjoy whatever is right now and, you know, just take things as it comes, we're freaking happy all the time. What a concept. It's so freaking funny to me when I think about it. I'm like, why don't they tell us these things as kids? And why isn't this the way that we were brought up and raised? And everybody would be so much fucking happier. So much fucking happier. But yeah, it seems so simple, too simple to be true, but yeah, oh yeah, that is. I mean, you know, love is awesome. Your ex always got irate about this, about what? Just letting things go. Oh yeah, yeah. They don't teach you anything that is actually going to be self-sustaining or self-liberating. They want to make sure that you are programmed to go into factory work and to do things repetitive and to be a workhorse for society, to be a gear in their wheel. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. I was gonna do the elements. Yeah, because there's another live I wanted to watch. And then I'm also supposed to go live on Facebook later too. So yeah. Hi Yasmin, how are you, love? Just been shooting the shit. I'm getting ready to start doing the dice and cards for the elements. Because yeah, there was another live I might miss the other live because I have a live I was going to do too on Facebook later. So much. And I don't know how much I will be on this weekend. I've got some stuff. I gotta be somewhere and some stuff to do. I'm great. I am great. Just talking about all these crazy things going on and realizations that people are having, messages that I've gotten, downloads I've gotten over the last few days. It's been insane. See all my notebooks over here? These are the new ones because I've been filling up all the other ones. These are just the new little ones. And that way I can categorize stuff. Yeah, the other one started filling up. And if, well, that noise is annoying, but I didn't realize my daughter obviously needs clothes in. So, anyways, we'll get started with the tarot dice. All right, so we'll do Aries. Okay, I gotta see the smoke. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks really cool. I love it. I love it that it traps itself in there like that and then it doesn't come out until I open it back up. Okay. So Aries, what's going on for Aries? Very liberating time, I feel like, for everyone in all different kinds of aspects. You know, it's not just like absolute liberation for everyone, but I feel like everyone is getting liberation in some form or fashion. So I feel like it's great energy. Like some people could be having a lot of things come up that has been broken loose, like the energy broken loose from the chakras, the emotions and things like that could be coming up to be released. But other than that, I feel like we're in some really supercharged, super positive energy. So, Aries. Alright, Aries. Excuse me. Or not Aries, but fire signs. Damn it. Now I gotta reshuffle. Because I did just say just Aries. I don't know why I did that. That's weird. Huh. Interesting. Let's add in the other fire signs here. Let's get Leo and Sag in here as well. Fire signs. Huh, some of the same. Queen of Wands. That's a fire sign anyway. Damn, that's major arcana. So somebody could be walking away from, or feel like maybe running away from some type of deception, some type of lies. Somebody trying to get away with something. Getting away from somebody trying to get away. But get away with something. Anyways. And then I feel like this is realizing that not getting an apology, realizing that you have other options even if there wasn't an apology. Because I feel like there was some pretty shady stuff going on with the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. They're both in the reverse now, so I feel like this is getting away from yeah, some kind of toxicity with the devil here. Possibly because of some kind of spiritual downloads or something like that. I feel like you may have been on the fence about it for a while and something's been illuminated. It's like, I feel like you may have put up with I feel like you may have put up with similar type of scenarios in the past, and so you're like, I'm done with these cycles. You know, it's time for me to stop dealing with this. This isn't the first time it's happened. Maybe it's not them, maybe it's me, something that I'm, not seeing in myself, where I'm not taking my own power back, or, where I'm giving my power away. So something like that. Now, we don't have like a tower or anything like that. So this could just be in thought, knowing that you do need to get away from this, because we do still have the devil and he's not in the reverse. But I do feel like, yeah, I feel like you're better off on your own. I feel like you're better off on your own. Let's get some cards with this. Yeah, the situation's not transforming, not getting any better. But I feel like, again, I feel like this is you maybe realizing why. Like, it's an aha moment. Like, this is why I keep picking these kind of people, you know, these kind of relationships, these kinds of situations, this kind of job. And this also could be you realizing you need to apologize to yourself for not making better choices, if that makes sense. You know, I think it's funny. I think a lot of the apologies that need to go on in this world are apologies that we all need to make to ourselves. You know, things that we have not realized, not recognized, situations that we put ourselves in, things that we've accepted where we shouldn't have. This is fire. Fire, fire. Which is funny, I often feel a fiery energy from you, Steph, and I know that that's not your sign, but I still, a lot of times, do feel that energy from you. Yeah, I really think you're looking at, you know, the way that the paths that you've chosen, the situations that you've chosen in the past, and not wanting to keep traveling down those same roads. Got the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Two of Wands in the upright. The Nine of Wands also in the reverse. Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this is surrendering. Like, I'm done. I don't want to keep getting myself beat up like this. Maybe not, or I don't mean physically. It could be physically. I hope not physically, but more so like emotionally, mentally, and it could be a lot of your own, you know, beating yourself up. We are a lot of times our harshest critic. So this is like surrendering to make better choices for yourself in life. Deanna is a Leo. Yeah. Moon. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's. Yeah. Yeah. Temperance in reverse. The situation's out of balance. I feel like you're out of balance, fire signs. Definitely the situation is out of balance. But the external is the reflection of the internal. So it starts within the imbalance is within, so it's definitely showing up in your outer world. Yeah, the situation that you're in is not going anywhere. You've got the Chariot in reverse. I thought I've seen that somewhere else too. Must have been in a different reading today. Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're very much in your head. So I feel like when you do make a decision, it's going to be very quick. Like when you get out of your head and you get ready to, you know, take action, I think it's going to be quick action. You won't be on the fence anymore. Once you come out of your head, you're going to be decisive. Damn, a lot of wands for, I mean, I guess that's kind of okay because it's, you know, fire signs, but, or kind of expected. But wow, yeah, holy shit. Okay, this is insane. Can you guys see that? We've got the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Four of Wands in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse. You can't make that shit up. This is not the relationship for you. This is no taco bueno. No taco bueno. Wow. And they just fell like that. And then you've got the Three of Swords in reverse. So, fire signs, you may be dealing with, you may have been, this may be a third-party situation. And I would just leave them alone and let it be a two-party situation because it's not for you. Yeah, I absolutely, I get that sometimes. And I also feel like because, oh wait, I was going to do, chakra cards real quick. Oh, never mind, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, energies can flip-flop, and I know that for me, I don't necessarily embody any one zodiac sign, like, all the time. I've noticed watching lots of different readers that, and even in my own readings, that I see myself in a lot of the different energies, or a lot of the different energies in me, something like that. Grief in reverse. So yeah, I feel like getting out of this situation, fire signs, this will get you out of grief. You got recovery in reverse. I feel like there's definitely a need for recovery. I'm really getting, and also, I like to also always mention when there's a lack of a certain suit, like here we've only got one Pentacles with no Pentacle cards, and here we only got two Cups with no cup cards. So it wasn't stable or grounding. I feel like from the beginning there may have been some love, but I'm really not feeling a whole lot of love in the situation either. Fire signs, a lot of mental, and there maybe was some passion in the beginning. Isolation. Yeah, there's definitely fire signs. This could really put you into like a tailspin of a lot of grief and sadness and the need to recover. But I feel like, you know, spend some time alone, get clear about who you are, like get to know yourself better, start doing more self-care. Yeah, because then you got renewal. So it's like this may see, yeah, just have faith. So it may seem like, this is the end of the world and this was the last thing in the world that you wanted to happen. And that, life just sucks big donkey balls after this, but it's all for a purpose. Take some time out. Try to figure out what the purpose was. See what you learned from this, what the lessons were. And that way you can grow from that space. Yeah, because I feel like it's just not, it's not healthy for you. It will be once you learn the lessons and you heal. It will have been healthy for you. But right now, it's been very difficult. Fire signs. Hey, Jody. Or Joni, I mean. I'm not taking questions right now, love. I'm doing the elements. I'll be taking questions on Facebook later. I'll be doing a Facebook Live later at 9, where I'll be taking questions. But I'll be doing that one on like just a donation basis, or if I pick you. So I'm just gonna do it more simple, easier to keep track of, and where there's an equal energy exchange. All right, so earth signs. I feel like earth signs for you are having the strength. I feel like something has been made clear to you or unveiled or something like that. Could also have something to do with these moon cycles, like I was talking about earlier. But something has really become clear. And so you're making a decision that you may not, enjoy making, or may seem a little unfair even. But I feel like it's like you're standing in your power and you're doing what's best for you, because something about a situation, I feel like it has to do with getting over some heartbreak or something that caused a lot of pain, stress, anxiety, probably in a love situation, because we've got the Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you're focused maybe right now just on your own stability and moving forward. Yeah, and I feel like that's after a period of being left out in the cold, like working on gaining your stability after. I'm seeing somebody just kind of tossed on their head, or just kind of tossed out. So if there was like a sudden breakup or loss of a home, some type of situation where it was like a quick move or something like that. Could be not wanting to go back to arguing or into a hostile environment. could be also having realizations about if there was a third party situation. Could be having some kind of something revealed about that. Let's see what we got in the cards. I feel like maybe you kind of, I'm seeing or hearing, bit your tongue when it comes to some kind of an ending. Like you didn't say how you really felt, or you were nicer about an ending than maybe was expected. Could be waiting on an apology from somebody from the past. Could be waiting on and getting an apology from somebody from the past. Yeah, there could be balance brought back to a situation. The Mother, which is the Empress. Seven of Wands. I feel like you're creating something, and you're standing up for what you're creating, or standing up for, standing behind some kind of a belief or something that you're creating. Got the King of Swords. Could be becoming less emotional, or this could be, you could be dealing with the King of Swords. Six of Wands. There will be forward movement, like, oh wait, that's not over there. Four of Wands over here, or Six of Wands. Wow. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, so Earth signs, you're defending the direction that your life is going, because you're creating something that you're passionate about. And I feel like I feel like that King of Swords is you, and like you're not taking no shit from nobody. Two of Shields. Rebirth. Yeah, this is, I feel like creating a whole new life after maybe somebody was tossed out on their head, because that's what I was getting earlier. Like after like your whole world blew up, I feel like, which I can relate. But like totally a whole world was like flipped upside down, and you've been slowly trying to put things back together and hoping that you're making the right decisions. And I really feel like you are, because you're creating something looks like pretty amazing, and it's a total rebirth. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I love these cards. Up there in the like the sky part, you can see like silhouettes of people, same as like this one. Well, okay, you guys see them. Well, maybe a little bit, but you've got the silhouettes of people. And in my opinion, that's like your spirit team having your back. They're saying you're making the right choices, you're on the right path, keep doing what you're doing, basically. Yep, there we got the Nine of Cups. Oh no, that's the Eight of Cups. So that's walking away from anything that is holding you back. If there's something that because this is very liberating. This is like the energy I was feeling earlier when I started this live. The energy I was talking about. This is very take flight type energy. Whereas the dice, they weren't really feeling like that. They were kind of feeling pretty heavy. Funny though, because the dice are heavier than the cards, obviously. I amuse myself. So I need 5 more. Shit. Yeah, Hangman in reverse. No more hanging out and worrying and trying to figure out things. I feel like whatever you've been through, this is kind of like the fire sign, but like this feels like a more further along the cycle than the fire signs, but this feels like the same kind of, because this feels like what happened to the fire signs in that last reading, what they were going through, what the earth signs have already been through, what they've healed from, and now they're moving forward. They're creating, earth signs are creating something new and airy. Take flight. That's what I'm saying. Take flight. Fly like an eagle. Fly like an eagle. Merlin in reverse. I feel like this is, you're moving forward even if you can't clearly see all of, I don't feel like you need to see. This is almost like the Fool type energy, but I feel like the Fool has no idea, whereas with this Merlin in reverse, I feel like this is, you just don't have all of the answers. Like you've got a basic idea of where you're headed and what you want, but you're open to interpretation, kind of. You're open to new things. And it could be that something isn't quite being revealed because there's still some cycle that needs to end. Even though I feel like this energy is moving forward in an extremely uplifting and positive way, there could still be like something like I was talking about with the energy for the next month with Andromeda, whatever is chaining the feet, whatever is keeping you stuck, earth signs. So it could have to do with some type of regret or some type of sadness. Could be depression. I really feel like that's hanging on to stuff from the past. This is the need to let go of, anything, any kind of old baggage. Just move forward. Anything that doesn't resonate you got the devil or the shadow energy in reverse, which is the devil energy. There it goes. But it's in reverse, so it's the need to let go of this. It's the need for that cycle to end. This shadow energy. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I feel like getting over this whole energy. Like you used to have stability, and then it was ripped away, and now you're creating something new and solid for yourself. I feel like you didn't have control over what was ripped away before, but now you're taking control and, building something that can't be taken from you. Something like that. this growth, though, that I felt from everybody for the last couple of days, it's really, really inspiring. Because I'm seeing people, just like large groups of people, energetically just, you know, things are being released and things are being healed, and people are moving into new time frames, new thought processes, new paradigms. It's really awesome. Hope. It brings hope. Perception in reverse. I feel like this process has made you change your perception. And we've got workaholic in reverse. Earth signs being a workaholic. So this could be a need to kind of not worry so much about the mechanics of things, like how things will get done, how, and it could be like not working so much, taking more time for yourself, more self-care. Also could be how a perception has changed when it comes to work. Like, you know, maybe if you thought that you had to work really, really hard to be successful, you know, maybe that's changing or something like that. So first wave maybe. See, I've had that thought more than once, and especially over the last couple of days, because well, there's been so many different images that I've been sent and shown, and then messages, like the energy one that I was getting the other day, where I was shown an energy swirl that was swirling one way, and then an energy swirl that was swirling another way. But then I seen them come together. And then I also was seeing, I think it was in the reading last night that I did, I was seeing like a whole new group waking up, starting to wake up. So that logically says that that's a new cycle, you know. So to begin a new cycle, you have to end a cycle. Therefore, you would bring one group into union to wake another group up, so then they can be helped, in my opinion. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, renewal in reverse. This is a lot of reverses, earth signs, but I feel like it's because a lot has changed. I'm feeling like everything, all of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs basically has had an overhaul lately. So, that's way more than I want. I'm just seeing like a pipe cleaner being ran through your chakras. Just kind of open up. So yeah, I feel like there's been radical changes for the way that you see things, earth signs. I didn't want all these, but I guess we'll take them. Yeah, getting out of impatience, realizing self-worth, and, well, this has got growth in the reverse, but to me this is tremendous growth. And this could be realizing how your growth was stunted because of lack of self-worth in the past. You didn't see what your potential was. You didn't see what you were capable of. So yeah, that's what I got. Earth signs. I love doing the dice with the cards. I feel like the messages are so deep. I can't get it. All right, air signs. Air signs. Okay, air signs. Looks like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's look at all these. What do we got here? Two kings. Okay. Got the Emperor and the Empress. So you could be feeling out of control when it comes to, like, you may not know how to stand in your power, how to take control. I also feel like this is either walking away or needing to walk away, or somebody's walking away. But I do see strength. Strength is right here in the middle. Actually, we've got strength and the Empress in the middle. So I feel like you could have realized what you need to let go of in order to be happy, to create what you want, and to have balance. But I feel like you may be having some self-worth issues, because we've not only got the Emperor in reverse, we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. So not realizing that self-worth is more than like how much money you have or how much stuff you have, because you don't feel like you have much to offer. And my guess is that, you know, you're probably a pretty good human being with, you know, lots of love and intelligence and all those things, and money isn't everything. But I feel like that may be a lesson, air signs, that you're having to learn. I do feel like you're getting in touch with your emotions about like the past and why either you've walked away or why somebody else has walked away. Yeah. Let's see what we got with the cards. Oh yeah, I have ear ringing off and on all the time. Yeah, a lot of times you guys will, I'll mention it here on the channel if I get it when I'm on live or something. We're like, oh, my ear ringing. And I've heard that is signs of like clairaudience. Yeah. Somebody, you could somebody an apology, or somebody could owe you an apology. And I feel like it's an emperor that owes an empress an apology. Also, I feel like not wanting to be afraid of judgment, afraid of what other people think, afraid of what maybe somebody specific is going to think, or something like that. Also afraid of something maybe blowing up or something not working out. But I think that's a lot of people's fears, because especially when self-worth is tied to money, then you never feel good enough. And so you're always waiting for that other shoe to drop. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's funny, when I was growing up, I always heard that if your ear starts ringing like that, then that meant somebody was talking about you. Now I realize now maybe somebody's talking to you. Page of Cups, yeah. I feel like there's an apology that needs to be made. Hi, Happily. This is fire. No, this is air. I can't get my freaking words right tonight. Weird noises. Almost sounded like a cow. 10 of Wands in reverse. 3 of Cups in reverse. And the 6 of Cups in reverse. Feeling like maybe needing to give an apology for why things didn't work out in the past, or yeah, something like that. And maybe the apology is about asking somebody else to carry your burdens. I'm not sure. It's kind of weird. I guess maybe not. I guess if, like, somebody, like in an addiction situation, like if you're in a relationship with an addict, I guess they're basically asking you to carry their burdens. So yeah, I don't know. It could be something like that. Apologizing to somebody for asking them to carry your burdens, and this could be them for you either way. It could be flip-flopped. The Magician. So something's not working out the way that you expected or the way that you wanted. You're not creating the life that you want, or not getting what you want. Could be you don't know how to get what you want. But the King of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. feel like you're passionate about money. It's funny. I've never seen that about this king, but he looks like he is looking over here at these pentacles with like lust in his eyes. That's interesting. And I'm hearing eye on the prize. Like it seems like maybe that's part of it. Maybe you've only been focused on money in the past. And again, that goes back to, that's why you put your self-worth into money. I mean, it's all tied up. It's like this vicious cycle. And I don't know if that's a realization of that, or maybe that is a realization. If it's not a realization, it should be that there should be the realization of, I'm not manifesting because I don't think much of myself, therefore I don't feel like I deserve much. Even though I may love and covet money, I'm not getting money. Yeah, surrendering to become the King of Pentacles. 3, 6, 9. 7 of Wands. Could feel like you have to defend your choices or defend your direction. That's funny. These two kings are looking at each other. Almost like they're like a battle of wills. Maybe like desires and passions versus like stability and foundation or something like that. I don't know, but that's funny. They look like they're facing off, man. Interesting. Look at that. 8, 6, 9, 10. 2 more. The Knight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And 4 wands in reverse. So I feel like air signs, this is you realizing that you can't offer someone else something until you learn to love yourself. So I feel like this has a lot to do with you finding your self-worth in order to, find self-love, to be able to offer love to someone else, and to realize that your self-worth is not connected to how much money you have, and that you can't get the stable external foundation that you seek until you get the stable internal foundation. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Stephanie, what's that say, Chikamana? I'm not doing questions right now. I'll be doing those by donations on Facebook at 9. But right now I'm just doing the elements. Hi, Snickle. But yeah, right now I'm just doing the elements. I'm finishing up air right now. And then I'm going to do water, and then I'll be done. But yeah, I'll be doing donation-based questions. I mean, I'll be doing some free ones too. Just whoever. I'll just be calling names and doing them. We'll keep that quest. So maybe, like, the search is over. You found yourself. Got despondence in reverse. Hey, guys, out. 8. Out. Plutonium. Out. Yeah. Hear my daughter. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely either you're in self-reflection mode or there's definitely a need for self-reflection mode to kind of figure out, you know, who you are, what you want, and where you want to go. Like, matter of fact, one of the things I've written down today, way earlier, was time to get very clear about exactly what you want. Make lists and describe in detail. So obviously that wasn't like just for me. Right? Yeah. Okay. Joy in reverse, not finding any joy because there's some kind of like perfectionism, the need for perfection, or thinking that you're going to get something that's perfect. Maybe working way too much because if you're trying to get to be this King of Pentacles. So I feel like I don't really see a card for it out here, but I feel like you might need to watch your health, air signs, because I feel like you're really maybe overdoing it, like burning the candle at both ends type. Yeah, there's a need for release, a definite need for release. So, and I feel like that's like releasing any limiting beliefs. Yeah, it's got all these coffins in the background, so it's like release anything that is dead, you know, cut the cords to outdated beliefs, thoughts, you know, whatever's holding you back, whatever is keeping you stagnant. Goes along with that Andromeda thing that I was hearing on Astrolotta today about, you know, the chains being removed. And that goes for everyone. That kind of hits everybody in a different way, but it still goes for everyone. All right, water signs. What time is it? Okay. I want to make sure I had time to take a break before I go live on Facebook. All right, water signs, water signs, water signs. Oh, water signs, we're not worried about emotions right now, are we? Not really in our feels. So we got nada. Could be maybe a lack of clarity. Somebody could be unclear about a decision, but somebody could be stalking you. Somebody could be watching you, like on social media or something like that. Maybe for them to gain some kind of clarity, something that they're unclear about. I do feel, wow, you got some great major arcana right here. You've got the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hermit all in the upright. And then facing me is the Sun in the upright. So you're definitely taking chances, taking that leap of faith to move forward on your path and towards whatever is going to make you happy. And I feel like it's going to be great. Could be getting out to be a single. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 10. Or could be walking away from something, some kind of, I feel like some kind of belief about relationships, like what you thought relationships were supposed to be or what they were supposed to look like or something like that. Yeah, about how other people think or other people say that relationships are supposed to be. You're walking away from that. You're getting away from that. I also feel like you're putting in a lot of work on yourself. There could be some focus on like creative ideas, creative endeavors. Could be worried though about whether or not something's going to work out. It could be something to do with their relationship. Like maybe whatever this new way of thinking is or way of seeing things, maybe you're not quite sure if it can work out that way. But there's something about kind of worried about moving forward like in that way or something like that. Let's see what the cards say. Oh, I'm going to go live on Facebook at 9 o'clock, and I will be doing tarot dice, like answering. I don't know if I'm actually going to answer questions or if I'm just going to like roll the dice for people and give them messages. I haven't quite decided about that. Because when I wait for everybody to ask questions and all that, it just takes a long time. And then sometimes people like are on the list and then they're not there anymore. And so we sit there and wait for them to ask their question. So, but yeah, I'll be rolling the tarot dice for people and giving messages. I just haven't quite decided how I'm going to do that. And it's going to be just people I pick randomly or anybody that donates will get precedence or get preference and go first and definitely get a reading. So, yeah. All right, cards for water signs. What are you fuzzy butts doing? Nope, don't come over here. You're gonna knock my. Nope. You can get all tangled up in that cord. My grandpups. Water signs. Sweet. All right, see you there, love. And right back at you. Five of Pentacles. Holy shit. 5 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. Okay, that all come out together. So major changes major changes just because of the fives. All three of the fives, and all of them coming out at the same time. That gave me goosebumps all over. And yeah, I have been cold a lot, but the goosebumps are different. They're not cold goosebumps. That's crazy. Okay, so this you could be having to fight for what you want and like what you're moving towards. And this could be either after feeling abandoned or after abandoning someone. But I feel like you're getting out of some type of like regrets, hurt feelings, sadness, depression. The Hierophant in reverse, the Ten of Cups. So you could be sad that something in the past wasn't like on a higher vibrational level or more of a spiritual level or like a deeper connection. Or maybe you thought it was a deeper connection and it turned out to not be. Yeah, I know it says something about change, but I can't remember. That come up here a couple of weeks ago. I was rolling my regular dice, and I rolled double fives, and then 2 and 3, and then I think double fives again. Like fives just kept coming up when I would roll the dice, like more times fives than it was anything else. And so that came up in one of my readings. Hey, Samantha. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Swords. This is moving forward. A lot of times I feel like the 6 of Swords is like moving forward even if it's painful. Like it may not be the easiest move forward, but it's still forward progress, forward movement. And you are moving to like calmer waters, as they say. I have no idea what they're going crazy about. Hopefully they quit that. Anyways, because they're in the fence, so whatever is bothering them is outside of the fence. So it can't be too bad. Anyways, I feel like this is maybe not knowing how to move forward, how to get a new start in some type of stability situation, like a home situation, or even could be work situation. This also could not be seeing self-worth. Like if somebody walked away from you in the past, you felt like it diminished your self-worth. It took away from your self-worth. Or you feel like it did. It didn't. But I feel like you feel like it did. Yeah, I've got the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like that's not wanting to be alone. Got the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Fool in reverse. The King of Wands in reverse. Wow. this is all like old energy, because the major, well, we got the full in reverse here and the full in the upright here. This could be like wanting a new start, but really not seeing how that's going to happen, or feeling like there is going to be a new start, but like on the 5D, but maybe not seeing a new start in the 3D. I don't know. That's a little confusing. No, there's no list, love. I'm not doing questions on here on this one tonight. I'm gonna do Facebook Live at 9, and I'll be doing well, I don't even know if I'm gonna be doing questions on there either. I will be doing readings, but I may just pick people and roll the dice and then do by donations. So yeah. Magician. So you're trying to figure out how to manifest a new start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Empress in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, right now you're not feeling very fruitful, bountiful, abundant, but I feel like you're getting a good grasp on how you can achieve that feeling. Like, and this could even be like you didn't feel abundant in the past, but you figured out how to feel abundant and how to manifest this new start. But yeah, I do feel like there's changes. Like I said, for everybody, I feel like there's changes. Definitely still forward movement. Water signs, you got a lot of fight in you. A lot of fight in you to really go for what you want. I do feel like there's some big self-worth issues here, as well as, was it air signs also? I mean, I think it's a theme for all the signs. I mean, I think I heard somebody say yesterday or today, like there's a top 10 of like, I don't know if it was mental illnesses but like the self-worth and the lack consciousness, like top 10 ones of those. And I feel like we all have different varying degrees of those, but I feel like we have all of those. We all have all of those that we're working through on some level. So, but not this one. Well, and you know, starting something is a bunch of different, you could start many different things. You know, you could start believing in yourself, start a new healthcare regimen, or self-care regimen, or, you know, skincare regimen, or something like that. I mean, but there's definitely a need to focus more on yourself and realize your own worth. And I feel like that's regardless of whether you do or you don't get a new start. You know what I mean? Like, whether that's in a relationship or a situation, it's knowing your value regardless if somebody else can see it. So, yeah. Let's see what we got for the chakra oracles. Yeah, I don't know how much I'll be on this weekend. It may be a lot. It may not be very much. I'll just have to see, because I won't be here in my normal environment. So we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, good deal. soulmate, complacency in reverse, confusion in reverse, perception in reverse, and isolation. So I feel like this is after a period of not being after a period of being stagnant and confused, maybe because you only saw things from one perspective, that you've really, I feel like by realizing that there's a need to balance your own energies within yourself, that has really changed, kind of flip-flopped, like, I wonder if that was for earth signs or fire signs. It kind of flip-flopped your whole way of thinking, and really changed your full-on perception of like how you see things and now how you do things. And so that's helping you get out of being stagnant, complacent. You're out of confusion or getting out of confusion. Yeah. So that's what I got. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I might try to go live Saturday night. Like I said, I'll have to see like where and when and if I can set up where I'm going to be and all that. So, I mean, I'm sure I can. I'll just have to check it out. It's not my space, so I don't know. But yeah, that was something else I was going to talk about is setting like new moon intentions for what we want. And I never suggest setting intentions with someone else in mind. I always suggest, well, I guess maybe this is the first time I've ever talked about it, so I guess I don't always suggest, but I suggest doing it with an energy in mind, an outcome that you want, you know, a feeling that you want, but not a specific person. Because I feel like that's going against somebody's free will when you, even when you do that in energy work, you know, regardless of who you think they are to you. I just think it's bad juju to do that kind of thing. So, but when you set your new moon intentions, you know, think about how you want things to look, how you want to feel, what you want your day-to-day life to look like, what you want it to feel like. Yeah, and I would write them down, and then we might do a new moon burning ceremony thing. Like, so maybe keep that in mind. Write down your intentions between now and then, and we might do that Saturday night. I'll keep you posted on whether or not I'm going to be able to do that. But yeah, the moons are very powerful times, and we've got a lot of things going on though too. I mean, not just the moon. We've got the planets doing things, like Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn are all retrograde. No, there's some major planets to be retrograde. Really shaking things up. So clearing things out though, I feel like really clearing things out. And then you got the Schumann resonance that spike in like every other day, like, well, sometimes every day, like crazy. So we got a lot going on. So yeah. But anyways, I am going to go ahead and get off of here, and that way I can get set up and get ready for the live on Facebook. And I'll probably do that for 1 hour. These on YouTube, they never only last an hour, but Facebook's a different kind of energy, and that one I can only do for like an hour. It's very draining. Very draining. So yeah. But I haven't done a live on either one. I did a live last night, but anyways. Anyways, I love you guys, and I'm going to get off here for now, and I may see you guys over on Facebook in an hour. And this Angel of the Dawn saying peace, love, and light out. Until next time.